Welcome back everybody, Kai Swansea here with another episode of Football Manager 2017 with Swansea City, and since the last episode, an insane 1-0 win against Bournemouth where missing shots was the aim of the game. We had two terrible 2-1 losses, especially the one against Crystal Palace. We just weren't fit enough, frankly, because we'd just played the FL Cup, and then 3 days later, we played against Arsenal. Another 3 days later, played against Crystal Palace. Both those teams had weeks off before we lost. We just weren't good enough. 2 away losses on the bounce, and they did drop us down a bit in the table, put us in third, contending for that Champions League spot, which is sort of. I was expecting it to go downhill from there, but fortunately we played Watford and won thanks to a Llorente penalty, and then from then on I sort of sat back a bit, and then Dyer got a really late counter-attacking goal. We then beat Tottenham extra time thanks to Llorente. Another hard-worked win. Basically, these two, they were results that we had to scrape out of the barrel to try and get back into winning ways, and then fortunately we had a couple of easy games after that, which meant we could get our form back and well established ahead of the end of the season. So we beat Sunderland 3-1, good win. Boya Baston getting 2 goals, Montero getting the third. It was a decent win. We were in control of the game. 1-0 against Hull. Again, we were kind of in control of the game. It didn't look I didn't feel threatened, although 1-0 looks very scary. It didn't feel that bad. West Brom 2-0. Tielemans and Boya Baston. Boya Baston has suddenly turned on the goal scoring. Unfortunately, we drew 1-1 against Burnley. A really disappointing result. I was hoping for better, but we just couldn't break him down, and it is due to a big part was due to the injury to Sigurdsson, who's just come back then, I believe. No, he came back before, but Jack Cork has been red carded for the last 2 games, which really hit us hard. But I think he's back now. So that was it in terms of games since the last season. That leaves us in 2nd place in the division, but we are 5 points behind Chelsea, so Chelsea look set in this, although we do have a game in hand. I'm not too confident in our chances. We're 4 points ahead of the 4th Champions League spot, which is really nice. Although saying that, Man U are on 64 points, so they could 1 less game, so they could catch up again. So it's very tight. We could easily, with a bad run of form, end up outside of even Europa League qualification. Although we do have that in the bag. But today's episode, well, the first half anyway, is all about the semi-final of the FA Cup. And yeah, I forgot. I was just being stupid last episode. For some reason, I thought the quarterfinal had a different name. I forgot it's called a round, so yeah, I apologise for that. But this is the team that we'll be playing today. It's slightly rotated, but not very. It's mostly the first team, because I want to win. But Josh Murphy, I think, is the only rotated option, mainly because he's in form, and also looking at the game in the future. So yeah, I'm going to play Crystal Palace. Let's have a quick look at our opposition. Here we are. This is the Crystal Palace team. They got Loic Remy on the left, Townsend on the right. Very, very fast and scary, especially Townsend. Wingers, Benteke, obviously a target man in the middle. That's quite a scary front four. Very defensive-minded midfield duo. Cabaye more skillful but still defensively good, and Ledley just a tank in the middle. Scott Dan and Loic Kana, very slow centre-back pairing, but certainly Scott Dan extremely solid. Ward and Soare, hopefully we can exploit him a bit, because he is prone to error. We look at it, although he looks pretty good in the game, but I'm sure maybe his consistency or something is a bit off. Just have a quick look at Punchin. Punchin looks good. But yeah, continue team talk. Not going to let Curtis do that. I have faith in you. It's amazing how the same things always work. There you go. And here we see teams coming out. Oh look, it's weird how, I don't understand how they pick what animations to do, because this time we got the teams coming out and lining up. Sometimes we see a handshake, and here we have kickoff. And we're about to reach half-time with absolutely no highlights. Crystal Palace actually dominating the possession, which is insane. I don't remember what happened in the last match, but that worked well. But yeah, you can see they've got 55% possession. For the first 30 minutes we didn't have a single shot. It took us 30 minutes, and then we've had 5 in the last bit, so we sort of resurged in the last few minutes of the second half. You can see we're very much going down the flank with they're trying to get everything up to Benteke and through Punchin. So they're going very central, we're going very down the flanks. And yeah, Punchin has a free kick on the box. Tielemans cuts it out for a corner after the ball hit the post. That's an insanely lucky streak for us. And Cabaye to take the corner, whips it in. Scott Dan, it's not got in. Sigurdsson has a chance to launch a counter, but he won't. Josh Murphy hasn't been the best, so I think I'm going to bring Montero on just for his pace. Can hopefully unsettle the opposition. Another chance for Crystal Palace here. Benteke back to Cabaye. Crystal Palace have actually been the better side here, which is scary. Ledley out wide to Joel Ward into Townsend. Townsend obviously got good on both feet into Zaha. Oh no, we're 1-0 down. Here we see it in 3D. Ward to Townsend, back to Ward again. Nice 1-2. Lost our defence across the ball. I mean, Fabianski really should have got that. That was such an easy catch for him. But Zaha free at the back post. Our fullbacks have been atrocious there. And Crystal Palace come at us again, but Sigurdsson has got the ball. We've got a chance for a counter here. Nathan Dyer running down the right. Can we get a through ball onto Nathan Dyer? No, Boya Baston takes a tame shot from wide. Long even. So I've gone all out because we've only got 20 minutes and it's a semi-final. It's a must-win game. I've pushed everybody a bit further forward. Take Tielemans off, put Leroy Fer on just for his slightly better goal-scoring threat. But it doesn't look like anything's going to happen really. I didn't want that pitch attacking. If we get a goal, I'm going to change it back to defensive shape. Fernandez out to Keane, but we really need that goal first. Keane to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson has options. Pick out Boya, who's now an advanced forward, so he won't be as deep. But that's because we've got two midfielders there. Sigurdsson out to Dyer. Dyer, can he be the hero? He can. What a goal! Lovely by Nathan Dyer. Oh, and we're going to watch this in 3D. 16th goal this season. He's been insane for me. Here we see Leroy Fer. Lovely ball out to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson, beautiful through ball for Dyer. Dyer just has a nice easy tap in to do a cross goal across the keeper. Maybe keeper should have done better, but it was just out of reach, and Nathan Dyer scores for us once again. And here's Norton into Boya Baston. Sigurdsson. Oh, we've been intercepted, and I hadn't had a chance to change it yet. I mean, I decided not to. I'll be honest, it might be my mistake. Norton does a very ambitious through ball. Scott Dan back to Mandana. Crystal Palace obviously have a chance to counter here. Wickham gets the ball ahead of Cork, I think it is. Zaha running at defence, doesn't have options, takes a long shot, it's wide. And they have a corner now, Crystal Palace. Scott Dan, it's absolute chaos, but Boya Baston clears for a throw, and a few good chances for Crystal Palace then, who've actually had the better of the game. I thought this problem was over where other teams were dominating us in terms of shots and actually possession. Crystal Palace have by far been the better side, which I was not expecting going into this. No offence to Crystal Palace, but yeah. Full time and it's 1-1. We got extra time. I'm going to be aggressive and say I'm far from pleased. Apart from Norton, everybody seems fired up, which is good. If we get a goal, we're going back into a far more solid shape. Might even drop the full-backs a bit. Boya Baston, no chance obviously. And there's a goal kick for Crystal Palace, out to Kana, out to Tokal, I think that is. Cork intercepts to Fernandez, out to Neil Taylor. Neil Taylor has options. Leroy Fer high up the pitch now to Boya Baston. Boya Baston is tackled by McCarthy and they have a chance to counter. Cork cuts it out, but it isn't a good header. Wickham's through here. Out to Zaha. Zaha with options in front of him. Passes it, Punchin scores a beautiful goal. Oh, I regret not sitting back again. We need a goal somehow. Here we see Wickham passing it out to Zaha. Zaha has options, picks out a lovely through ball to Punchin. Punchin turns, nice left-footed shot. Unfortunately, we're 2-1 down. Crystal Palace have another chance. To be fair to them, they have been so much the better team in this game. It's been ages since I've felt this dominated in a match. 3-1. Oh, we're not going to Wembley again this season. We've just capitulated. Neil Taylor's come off for Kingsley, but Keane's had a bad game as well, which is very rare actually. Punchin. Back to Zaha, beautiful 1-2 there. I mean, Fabianski should have done better, but 3-1. Fabianski with a goal kick. Can we make a super late resurgence? No, we can't. Crystal Palace cut out the ball. They've just dominated us, absolutely destroyed us. We've got the ball back though. Fer to Boya Baston. Boya has options. Sigurdsson passes it out wide to Dyer, maybe. No, back inside to Fer. Leroy Fer has so many options in front of him. Picks out Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson out back to Boya. Forward to Montero. Tame shot. It was a nice bit of football, as the commentator says, but don't know why players are warmed up. All 6 substitutions have been done. Ball to Boya Baston was not good. Crystal Palace have a chance to pick up a fourth here. Punchin picks out Wickham. Connor Wickham. That would have been embarrassing if Connor Wickham scored. Look at Zaha with his 9.2. He's been good. Yeah, we've been poor, so poor. In every aspect of the game, we've been dominated by Crystal Palace. Oh, we've won more tackles, great. But yeah, everything else, Crystal Palace have just been a far better side, and once again, they've sort of pressed our midfield, which has sort of been the key side of the story. We'd lost the game in the first half when we just couldn't get the ball. Montero out wide to Fair inside to Cork. I mean, I'm talking rubbish now. Montero into Fair. They've got a perfect chance here. Make it 4. I mean, Dockal, that was a terrible ball across the box. Wait, you can make more than 3 substitutions? I'm so confused right now. I can. Can I make 5? I don't know the rules of the FA Cup. I can make 4 substitutions in the FA Cup. Well, that's embarrassing. Yeah, I did not know that. And that explains why they were warming up. Is that a new rule or something? Or has it always been like that and I've just always been a moron and never noticed it in games or in the Football Manager or anything? Wow. Comment below if you knew about the FA Cup having 4 substitutions and how embarrassingly I lost 3-1. Watch vanishing spray disappear. It's still there, it's still there. Oh, it's gone now. Goodbye on the edge of the box. Nice tackle by Dyer. 3-1. We're out the FA Cup in the semi-final. We did a good run. It worked. Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't really care. I'm just disappointed. Yeah, not too upset. I mean, the fans can't be too upset. Where's the match? Oh, how do you see match confidence? I guess I have to go long way round to feel board confidence matches. They were a bit disappointed, slightly concerned, but I mean, look at the highs over here. But yeah, let's have a look at some other things. Transfers, apart from Key, everybody's happy. I mean, hard to deny his chance, but they're devastated as he was a key player. I don't know. He was on high wages, and he's not that good. I mean, he's alright, but you know what I mean? He's sort of, I don't know. He's not quite quality enough. Although I'm so pissed at him having 35k a week. It's literally half the amount we were paying him. Who says football's all about money? Quite happy about him going on loan, that's good. Anemnes and Mike van der Horn, 52, still happy. A lot of these guys are really happy about making him go on loan. Why is our angle? Okay, for a permanent departure. Well, who says loyalty isn't dead? Lucas Romero, they're over the moon with the signing of him. Yeah, I'm not too displeased. Tielemans, they're actually more happy with what's his name? Lucas Romero than Tielemans. And Michael Keane. I think, what, not much was expected. Oh, okay, yeah, no, as I expected. Yeah, Keane is a hell of a signing. I'm so pleased with that young, quality English centre-back who can play with the ball. He's next, 6 years, he's going to be first choice. Amazing signing in my opinion. Yeah, sorry, I've been babbling on. What I'm going to do, I think, is that's going to be it for this episode, FA Cup semi-final, and next episode would be a bumper one. We'll start off, let's have a look at the division. We're 5 points behind, but with a game in hand. Let's see, 5 points, 3, 6, 9. The next episode will be the game against Tottenham, and if we win that, the game against Southampton, and then if we're still in a shout for a title, or if it all goes really bad and it looks like we might not make top 4, the game against West Ham. Basically Tottenham until we know our position. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. A bit shorter than usual, but a very rambly one at that. Disappointing 3-1 loss to Crystal Palace. Yeah, we've actually not been that good against Crystal Palace. 2 losses. Where's the other 2? Oh, we beat them twice. Once on penalties and once 4-0. Yeah, that's enough rambling for today though. Oh, actually no, it's not. You saw a long list of transfers there. Future transfers. Look at all these players I got in. We're going to slowly go through them. I obviously got them on the regen day. When I got my regens, I scoured through the leagues and I found these guys, so I'm going to go through them one at a time. So first off, I got Joe Evans. Didn't scout him at all. Didn't have a chance to scout him, but he looks pretty decent. Look, flair could be good, determination could be good, he could be good, so that's sort of all I want. There's all the key attributes apart from first touch. He could be good with composure's also slightly worrying, so we don't know. He could be good, he could be terrible. Owusi, can I highlight him? I swear I've scouted these players. Joe Evans, oh yeah, there you go. Okay, Joe Evans, he's for potential start. I'm a bit worried about that one, but some of these were made before I even had a chance to scout them. Like, I had to make the decision without the scout's help. This guy looks really good, especially like first touch 11, already age 16. He could be really good, as you can see from the scouts. Eddie Bryan, good fullback, amazing potential. Look at some of these attributes: 13 tackling, 11 marking, 15 determination, good physicals apart from heading and jumping reach. He could be really good. I'm pleased with that one. Joe Biggett, he wasn't the best. Like, that was a mistake. I'll admit that was a mistake, but he was dirt cheap. And like, so this, before scouting, I couldn't see loads of these attributes. I could just see like determination, teamwork, work rate, acceleration, and finishing, and I was sort of sold on those. But for 85k, it's not much that can go wrong. This was a risky one, but he looks good. Look at some of the mentals on this guy. Positioning 12 when he's age 17, absolutely amazing. Well worth the 500,000 in my opinion. Hayes, another cheap, risky one, but he looks good from MK Dons. More of a target man than a false 9, so I will have to retrain him for that. Although obviously I don't know its full attributes yet, so it could be completely misleading, the whole target man idea. Cameron Moore, another risky one. Like, he was quite cheap, and he's turned out the scouts don't think he's actually that good. So yeah, some of these were risky, some of these were not so much. This was a risky one, Jordan Williams, but the scouts rate him, and he's got some good mentals again, and physically he's amazing considering he's just 17 years old. He can grow so much. So yeah, I've got big aims for these guys. This guy, Isaac Evans, a risky one, didn't work out. He had some, it looks like really good, but I couldn't see the determination, and that sort of, if I'd have seen that, might have put me off signing him. But he has some amazing attributes, but he's dirt cheap anyway, so I just clicked yes. What's 90,000 and a bit of wages? This guy on the free looks absolutely incredible. Physically weak, but mentally and look at like technique is at least 13, first touches 15, off the balls at least 14, decision making at least 14, off the ball 12. I mean, yeah, he looks good from Juventus as well. Amazing. I got a fair few Italians, like 5 Italians. Next one is I think he's a winger. Yeah, not the best looking, but I mean, flair at least 12, determination at least 11. He could be really good, so I was not too displeased with him, although he was expensive. I didn't have my scout report. Same with this guy, and if I'd had my scout report, I probably wouldn't have got him. But all I could see was like determination, aggression. Physically, I could see his physicals. I could see some of these, and I was like, he looks really good. But my scouts disagree with me, so these two could end up being very expensive flops. As could this guy. I think he's a striker. But we got a goalkeeper from Austria. Potentially really good and dirt cheap, so cheap it's insane. 3.6k, absolutely nothing. Another expensive one here, centre back again from Italy, and he looks good apart from determination. I'm worried about his determination. And last is Alagna. He's good. I forgot how good he is. I was actually looking for a left inside forward when I found him than a striker, and it's probably where he'll end up. But yeah, I like the look of him. And also, you already know about Colido, the most expensive youth player, but he looks good again, and he looks like he could get so much better. So yeah, those are all the youth transfers. There's also one other guy to tell you about, a left back here. No, here, Sam Lang, at 17 years old, came through our youth academy, and look at his physicals, 19 determination. He's being tutored by Neil Taylor, hence why like so many of his attributes are going up. He is my left back for the future. Insane to get a guy like this. I'm so pleased about it. Determined, professional, improve a lot, fair bit of pace. He needs to get consistent. Unfortunately, that does seem to be a problem with him. Consistency and aerial, like his heading's terrible. But I'm so excited about this guy. This guy could be world class for us. Yeah, and that's about it for this episode. It's been, yeah, youth feature. I forgot about the youth intake here. You see them all as I tried to get them. Actually, it doesn't show all the ones I tried to get and failed. I failed with a lot, I'll be honest. Yeah, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you against Tottenham for like a season-ending run. If we beat Man City and Liverpool, you never know, we could still be in a shout of a title, so that would be absolutely insane. But if not, if we lose those games, we could be fighting for our Champions League spot. So whatever happens next episode is going to be exciting. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you against Tottenham. Goodbye.